Following the demise of Ling Zi's squad, tidings of their downfall reverberated throughout the nation. News anchors, with heavy hearts, conveyed the sorrowful news that the hero Ling Zi and his comrades had perished in battle, mere steps from monumental triumph. Citizens froze in their tracks, tears brimming in their eyes, as they beheld the glaring headlines proclaiming the hero's demise. The Awakened Association extended its deepest condolences while urging the populace to retain hope, calling upon those capable of combat to rise against the tower and thwart the impending onslaught of demonic forces. In the wake of numerous victories, the people remained steadfast in their belief in eventual triumph, yet the timeline for such resolution remained shrouded in uncertainty. Meanwhile, other awakened individuals traversed the city streets, where a young woman approached the armored figure known as King Fan, questioning whether they stood before an S-rank secret dungeon. Both cast their eyes upon the ravaged structure cordoned off with yellow tape. Dungeons serve as the nexus between the demonic tower and human settlements, manifesting unpredictably throughout the urban landscape, unleashing demonic entities upon the world. The Awakened Association's mandate entails the exploration of these dungeons, with members primarily engaged in purging them, scavenging for rare artifacts, and ensuring safety within and beyond. Two awakened warriors advanced toward a cerulean portal nestled near a dilapidated edifice, stepping through it to find themselves ensconced within an S-rank dungeon. Lightning crackled across the heavens, floating islands hovered ominously, and a fierce wind howled. The girl sought assurance from King Fan regarding the presence of the Bloody Thorn and whether they could indeed vanquish the Demon King utilizing this artifact. The Bloody Thorn, governed by a set of rules, dictated that each strike inflicts no less than a single unit of damage. King Fan, exuding conviction, assured her that justice would ultimately prevail over malevolence. Emboldened by her unwavering faith in him, she expressed admiration, acknowledging his potential to surpass Ling Zi with a few more years of training. As they advanced, their path abruptly halted upon encountering a colossal, lifeless monstrosity sprawled in a pool of its own blood, with the Demon King seated upon its back, unbeknownst to the awakened pair. They were taken aback, questioning if anyone else lingered in this domain, genuinely incredulous about the Demon King's acquisition of the Bloody Thorn. The Demon King, with a knowing smile, acknowledged their astuteness, revealing his foresight in coming here to compel these insignificant beings to yield the coveted artifact. King Fan extended his hand, conceding the Demon King's prowess and requesting the thorn, to which the Demon King responded with a bemused sigh, questioning how one could attempt to rob a being of such caliber without even knowing his identity. King Fan retorted that his intentions were noble, aimed at humanity's salvation, thus challenging the notion of robbery. He asserted that such a potent relic would be far more advantageous in his grasp than in the Demon King's. Growing impatient, King Fan reiterated that this was all in pursuit of defeating the Demon King, all for the sake of justice. In response, the Demon King activated his power over the Bloody Thorn, unleashing crimson streams that surged forth. King Fan, astonished, barely managed to conjure an absolute protection barrier, a magical safeguard created from a crystal circle. This artifact formed an impenetrable shield within a 2-meter radius, capable of safeguarding one individual against any assault. King Fan gritted his teeth, grappling with the realization of the Demon King's formidable power. Was this arcane might truly human? The Demon King's eyes narrowed as he seized Chonin by the neck, gesturing toward King Fan, inquiring if he was indeed the successor of Ling Zi. Chonin, in the Demon King's grip, reached for his hands, and the Demon King proposed that King Fan would only release her if he dismantled his protective barrier. He offered his word, yet if King Fan remained skeptical, the latter remained resolute, unwilling to heed the Demon King's counsel any longer. Clenching his fist, he promised Chonin that she would not perish in vain. He would erect a memorial in her honor. With those words, he dispelled the barrier and lunged toward the Demon King, who nimbly evaded, pulling Chonin along as he mocked King Fan's hesitation to forsake his ally. This revealed a profound misunderstanding of human nature on the Demon King's part. King Fan, pointing at the Demon King, proclaimed that the most formidable heroes have always stood alone, with victims inevitably trailing in their wake. The Demon King, landing nearby with Chonin still in tow, relaxed his grip, allowing her to turn toward King Fan, tears welling in her eyes, imploring him about his uncanny composure. Having followed him for years, she believed that such fortitude was intrinsic to him. Her sorrow deepened as she urged him to abandon any thoughts of her and flee, advising him to utilize the magic cube to escape. In a surprising twist, King Fan drew his sword, declaring himself blessed by divine providence, humanity's new beacon of hope. He refused to retreat easily, adopting a fighting stance, proclaiming that justice would invariably triumph over evil. for only individuals of his caliber possess the unwavering resolve to prevail against all odds for the sake of humanity, for the future, and for the entire world. Suddenly, he fell silent, leaving Chonin frozen, her gaze fixed upon him in shock. In a moment of unexpected mirth, the Demon King, who had been taciturn until now, erupted into raucous laughter. He shielded his eyes with his hand, gesturing towards the flickering ember of hope that humanity clung to, inquiring with a smirk if this individual intended to flee. Well then, he mused, let him not take offense. As his words hung in the air, dark energies coiled around Bing Fan, conjuring a tempest that whirled stones and debris in a chaotic dance. Abruptly, the ground beneath Bing Fan shattered, and he plummeted into an abyss, disbelief washing over him like a cold wave. What is happening? How can this be? Is this truly the end? He pondered, his mind racing. The Demon King approached the gaping maw of the chasm, casually gesturing as if beckoning Bing Fan to quench his thirst in the lower river, insinuating that a knight of his caliber should have long embraced the notion of self-sacrifice. Surely, he thought, he envisions his demise as noble. As Bing Fan descended in a spiraling descent, an overwhelming dread took root within him. He realized with growing despair that he did not wish to perish. He could not succumb here, could not become a mere statistic of fate. In a moment of desperation, he began to beseech the Demon King for mercy and salvation. Meanwhile, the Demon King distanced himself from the abyss, and suddenly, a cacophony erupted. A roar split the heavens, accompanied by blinding lightning and a thunderous rumble that reverberated through the land. The Demon King, unfazed, made his way towards an exit, while Chun-En, rooted in shock, whispered of Bing Fan's apparent demise, certain that she too would soon follow. Yet, as fate would have it, she turned, tears brimming in her eyes, only to find the Demon King striding toward a portal. Is he departing? Is he truly letting me go? She questioned. The Demon King ascended the steps leading to yet another gateway to the realm of humans, casting a glance over his shoulder, assuring her that he would indeed honor his promise to release her if she dispelled his cube. He cautioned that it was a pity he could not remain in that realm, bidding her farewell with a chilling promise of future vengeance. Stupefied, Chun-En grappled with disbelief. He was truly allowing her freedom. The Demon King reached the pinnacle, stepping forth from the dungeon, transforming before the eyes of the world. His garb morphed into something ordinary, his horns vanished, he was stripped of his demonic identity, blending seamlessly into the throng of nocturnal city dwellers. Time drifted onward, and he found himself at the doorstep of the Awakened Association. The receptionist, a hint of color rising to her cheeks, inquired if he was indeed resolute about joining their ranks. Suddenly, another attendant pushed her aside, her gaze ablaze with intrigue. So intriguing! With the recent surge of monsters infiltrating our city, we warmly welcome all awakened souls willing to unite against the encroaching darkness, especially striking individuals like yourself. What's your name, and what abilities do you possess? I'd be delighted to assist you with registration. Bing Fan, donning a genial smile, replied, I am that genius, Bing Fan. Surely, you've heard of me? I am eager to join the ranks of the awakened. His last words resonated with an air of significance, though none gave them much thought.